Redcat Apex. So if you bought a body, thank you very much. All right, so what you'll get in the kit is a couple of these mounting brackets, some Velcro, and a little bit of hardware, okay? First thing we want to do is we're going to put the body together, but we also want to remove the front and rear brackets, like the tabs that hold the stock body on, and then the little bumper bracket in the rear. So take those off. This is what you'll have. The chassis will look like this. Don't toss anything, because we're going to reuse these little cross members and the bolts and the nuts, okay? But you can get started on that, and then we'll also get started on bolting the body together. We're going to take the bolts from the bottom of the bed into the back of the cab, okay? Lining up those holes, and now we're going to just screw it together. That one's going to go next. And then, ooh, so small. And then you're going to put the lock washer on. Okay. And then you're going to put the nut on. So at least grab them and tighten them up. I remember. Let me show you, now that we have the body together, the chassis free, we're ready to put these mounting brackets on. So one more thing I'm going to explain is these two notches that are in the bottom of the body. That's how you're going to line this thing up the best we can, okay? We're going to use those notches and align them with these two tabs right here. So when you put this body on, basically, I always try to get this flat piece against here, the receiver, and then push down. So you'll feel the tabs kind of line up there. Okay, and that's how it just, you know you got it centered. Okay, and then just make sure it's as far as forward as you can, but basically that's what you're going to be looking at. Then you got it lined up good, but we got to put the Velcro or the mounting brackets on. But that's basically what we got to do. All right, so let's get to that. All right, so the brackets are the same, okay? However, we're going to flip the back one. So they're the same, but you're going to put Velcro on one side and then on the other. So the front should be like this, flat facing upward. And then the rear one is going to look like this, where we're as low as we can go here. That's just to try to get the bed as low as we can, okay? All right, so now we're going to get these brackets on the chassis and get to cruising, man. So let's start up front here. Remember, this is the front bracket where it's flat all the way up. I like to start with this back bolt, the back ones, and then I'm able to swing this up, put that cross member in, swing it down, finish the bolts. So I'll show you that here in a second. But anyway, let's get that first nut there in the back. And then here's where your needle nose pliers really come in handy with these. Okay, just get it in there loosely, and remember, don't over tighten these. This is all 3D printed. You just need to snug it up, okay? All right, now that we got the back in, I like to flip this up and get this other cross member in. And then flip it down. Assembled. I can start tightening it up for real. And you just want to barely get it snug. Just get it snug. But if you break one of these, you can always reach out to me. And you pay for shipping, I'll send you a new one. Now they're nice and snug. Perfect. That's what we want. Okay. So now we're going to do the rear. And same thing. So the holes on the side are slotted. So it makes for a little bit easier assembly. You can kind of just put them in there and then pull them back. Okay. Now remember, you can push that down out of your way. Get that other cross member in there. Now, it's a really tight fit because we just don't have a ton of room to work with. So I'd make these a lot stronger, thicker if I could. But like the shocks are right there. They just don't really allow for it. Being stock anyways, you know, I was just trying to make a cool body for the stock Redcat Apex. You know what I'm saying? So now we have the chassis rails with the brackets on it, and they're pretty solid, pretty snug. We've got our body bolted together. Now, how I like to do the Velcro, I actually like to take it off initially and put it on here with the sticky part up and then line my body up. That's how I get them on there. So remember to line it up. This flat piece, you're gonna wanna kind of rest it against your receiver and just push down. Then I like to kind of just grab the tail right here. Maybe even give a little pinch under here. And there she is. If you got a light bar bed, basically I included 2 extra little black screws, and those are gonna go right through here. If you got any questions, leave a comment below. Try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you bought a Brutus, thanks for that. All right, we'll see you on the next one.